great in Wisconsin. When it comes to self-defense, you guys, of course, about 9 months out of the year have to wear jackets and long sleeve shirts and everything else. So when it comes to self-defense, you actually have a very, very big advantage. All right? In Florida, we don't have that advantage. All right? One day out of the whole year, I'll put a sweatshirt on. Okay? Now, that means, and the idea of this, if he has a knife and I have a knife, or just whatever it may be, and I have to do a knife, defense, all right, I have to understand my initial boom, all right, isn't to cut his arm off. Although I heard you bickering back and forth about it. I hit your arm, hit my arm. All right? You have to think about that. That is true. All right? But at the same point, if he's wearing a watch, a bracelet, or even just a jacket or a long sleeve shirt, that initial knife isn't going to do diddly squat. All right? Yes, it'll be a flesh wound at the most. Okay? So my big thing at that point is interception. All right, so we're going to scoot up this way so you guys see where we are. All right. So if he stabs in, okay, I'm going to step out line of fire. Notice I intercept weapon to weapon. All right? If I have a weapon, why not use it? All right? Why put it in my backside? Stick fighting, some styles have it from the backside. They even have it under the armpit. It doesn't make much sense. Police officers do that for the sole purpose to keep it away from the assailant. All right? We're not police officers. We have a weapon because we think we're in a life or death situation, and we're going to use that weapon to defend our lives. Yes, sir. So I'm going to keep it in the front. Notice how I have my elbow down, my hand up, my other hand across, because this side of my neck is the closest side to him at that point. There are 2, possibly 3 main areas of strikes. The neck, under the armpit, all right, inside thigh. Again, unfortunately, like I said, I actually know somebody who bled out because of an inside thigh shot. All right? It takes a lot longer. He actually ran away, and then that's what caused him to bleed out. So there's a big artery, femoral artery. You do get deep enough into that, which again, being in Wisconsin, sweatpants, long underwear, everything else, it's likely. Being in Florida, Speedos, it happens all the time. Which I do not wear. So again, all right, the best bet, anywhere around the neck, under the armpit. All right, what happens under the armpit? Oh, come on, guys. What? No, we're not going to babies more. Who said what? Lungs. All right. Heart, I'd have to like a 12-inch knife to get it out. All right. Lungs. I puncture their lungs. Now, how many of you guys are really good at breathing underwater? Didn't think so. All right. Because you can't breathe liquid, right? All right. We don't breathe liquid. We don't breathe blood, do we? All right. Anytime you puncture your lungs fill up with what?
Blood.
Can't breathe. All right. Can't breathe. All right. So that's why it doesn't happen immediately, but it does quickly affect them over time. All right. Have you ever broken a rib? How many of you guys broken a ribs? All right. It's fun, isn't it? No. All right. Even to laugh, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Because it affects your breathing. I puncture that lung, and it's going to affect his breathing. Okay. So that's why lungs, neck, and possibly inside thigh are your 3 main areas. Any questions on that? All right. Now, keep in mind, drugs play factors into everything. All right. If I hit him in non-lethal areas, all right. For example, I slice his stomach. It possibly in 15 minutes will cause his organs to cramp up and shut down. 15 minutes. Am I going to stay here for 15 minutes with this guy? So he won't even realize he's been cut for 15 minutes. And especially if he's on drugs, he won't realize he's been cut at all until he's dead. All right? So that's why I can't go for just anything. All right? I go for what's going to do the most damage the quickest. All right? So that's why neck, lungs, inside thigh. All right, inside thigh a little harder because, again, it takes a little bit longer for them to possibly bleed out. But in a self-defense situation, what happens to your heart? It pumps blood fast. All right, it's adrenaline stress response. You boom, 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 boom. All right, that's why even fighters. I mean, when you guys are taking a test tomorrow, all right, you might be like, "Oh, I've been training for weeks and months for this." It's not going to feel like that when you start taking the test. Because your heart's going to be getting that little bit nervous. It's that little bump, 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 bump. And all of a sudden, like after a combination, you're like, man, I wasn't as tired out 2 months ago. Your body starts pumping the blood. So that is a possibility for them to bleed out quickly in this type of situation.
Yes,
all right, boom. Blood starts pumping faster, fills up the lungs faster. Neck, obviously, we don't have to guess about that. All right, pretty severe situation. All right, there's cutting of the neck, which is the artery that runs up in the brain and back down. That's why if you ever had like a rear naked choke or anything, you pinch off the blood supply to the neck. All right, throat. Not too hard to figure that one out. All right? So that's a very serious area. I don't talk about heart very much because you have a breastplate there for a reason. I'm not saying you can't puncture through it. It just usually means a double hand assist. Okay? So that's why, again, under the arms, neck, inside thighs, your best bets. Okay, guys? Right, keep it simple. Do what you got to do and get out. So right now, when we're doing the knife to knife, I'm going to take my lead hand, switch sides. Well, you know what? We'll do it this side. Maybe they can see us. All right. I'm going to side step, not sideways, but diagonal out of the line of fire. So he stabs it. All right. I'm going to boom. All right. I'm not sideways because I'm too far away to reach him. And I'm not straight in, but duh. All right. So I'm at diagonal, boom. All right. Immediately, once I did this, I control, and then I strike. Okay? It happens so lightning fast. Okay? I'm going to switch, and I'm going to do it on this side. All right? So again, as I go for it, I boom, intercept with my weapon. Why not? It's there. All right? But immediately, boom, boom. All right? It happens so fast that this control and this goes immediately together. As one hand is here, the other hand exchanges. This one's loaded up to pound. Now, the problem I do see happening with most students, and you might, I don't know if you just did it yourself, but you'll find this out. People do this. They, for whatever coordination reason, start to pull it back in. Why would you pull the knife into you? Okay? So you don't want to do that. So remember, as we do it, it's intercept, control, strike. Notice he can feel me holding it away for now. He knows. And I'm not going to give him this power, struggle. I've already stabbed him at that point a few times. So there's no real power struggle, so I don't want to invite it into my system either, okay? Just keep that in mind. Keep the weapon out of the line of fire. Don't invite it back in. It's like sticking my head out and saying, come hit me. Keep the weapon away from you, okay? So let's do it towards the front real fast.